American families throw away thousands of dollars annually on grocery items that deliver zero value. These aren't just bad purchases, they're actively draining your budget while offering nothing in return. Here are 20 grocery foods you should stop buying immediately, ranked from bad to absolutely inexcusable. Number 20. Pre-cut produce, the convenience scam. Walk past the produce section and you'll see plastic containers filled with chopped watermelon, sliced pineapple, or diced vegetables selling for double or triple the price of whole versions sitting inches away. That small tub of melon chunks costs $6, while the entire watermelon costs $4. Someone spent 5 minutes with a knife, and you're paying a massive premium for that labor. The quality drops immediately after cutting. Produce begins losing nutrients the moment it's sliced. Exposure to air accelerates breakdown. By the time you eat those pre-cut pieces, they've already lost significant nutritional value compared to whole fruit. They also spoil dramatically faster. Open that container of pineapple after 2 days, and you'll find brown, mushy, slightly slimy pieces. Whole produce stays fresh for a week or longer. Number 19. Single-serve snack packs, the portion control lie. Those tiny bags of chips, miniature cookie packs, and snack-sized pretzel pouches represent some of the most overpriced air you'll ever purchase. Compare cost per ounce, and these single-serve options run nearly double the price of full-size versions. A regular 8-ounce bag of chips costs $3. A multi-pack of 6 mini bags costs $4 but contains only 4 total ounces. You're spending more money for less food wrapped in excessive packaging. The portions are so small that finishing one bag rarely feels satisfying. You reach for a second pouch 5 minutes later. One mini bag becomes the warm-up act for the next. They market this as portion control, but it's wallet control. It speeds up how fast your cash disappears. Buy the regular size bag, portion it yourself into reusable containers. You'll save hundreds annually while generating less packaging waste. Number 18. Name brand cereals, the cartoon tax. That bright, colorful box of name brand cereal carries markups up to 200% over store brand versions containing virtually identical products inside. Every dollar of that difference funds the commercials that convinced you to grab the name brand in the first place. Consumer Reports conducted blind taste tests comparing name brand cereals to store brand equivalents. The majority of tasters couldn't tell the difference. In many cases, these products come from the same manufacturing facilities with the same ingredients. The only real difference is the box and the cartoon character printed on the front. Grab the store brand. Put the $3 extra back in your pocket. Do it every week and you've saved over $150 per year on breakfast alone. Number 17. Flavored coffee creamer, the sugar delivery system. Those bright, eye-catching bottles of flavored coffee creamer promise to transform your morning cup into something indulgent. Read the ingredient list and the story changes fast. Despite being called creamer, most don't contain any real cream at all. Instead, they're typically a blend of water, sugar, and processed vegetable oils. Then there's the shelf life. Some of these creamers sit unopened for months without spoiling. When something is so stable that bacteria won't go near it, that's worth thinking about before pouring it into your body every morning. Use real milk or cream. Add a dash of vanilla extract or cinnamon yourself. You'll save money while actually knowing what's in your coffee. Number 16. Specialty diet foods, the label markup. A jar of keto-friendly peanut butter priced at $11 contains 2 ingredients, peanuts and salt. Regular peanut butter with the exact same ingredients costs $3.50. You're paying triple the price purely because of 4 letters on a label. The specialty diet food market has grown by over 40% in just the last 2 years. Not because these products are better, but because the marketing got smarter and the labels got louder. Diets like keto and paleo are simply frameworks that eliminate certain foods. You don't need specialty labeled products to follow them because real whole foods like eggs, meat, vegetables, fruit, and nuts are naturally compliant without any premium price tag attached. Walk down any grocery aisle and you'll find the same pattern repeated endlessly. Regular almond flour for $8, keto certified almond flour for $18. Identical nutritional panels. Before buying anything with keto, paleo, Whole30, or any other diet buzzword on it, ask yourself one question. Could I make this with regular ingredients from the regular grocery section? The answer is almost always yes. Real food doesn't need a trendy label to be healthy. It just needs you to stop paying for one. Number 15. Pre-shredded cheese, the cellulose coating. That bag of pre-shredded cheese contains more than just dairy. To keep all those little strands from clumping together, manufacturers add anti-caking agents. The most common is cellulose powder, basically processed plant fiber, often derived from wood pulp. You're paying extra to sprinkle something close to sawdust onto your tacos. The price difference: that convenient resealable bag costs 30 to 50% more per ounce than buying a block and shredding it yourself. You're paying a premium for added fillers and less satisfying results. Buy the block. Use a box grater. It takes 30 seconds and delivers superior melting quality. Number 14. Fresh bakery items. The scent manipulation. Major grocery chains now use synthetic scent diffusers that pump artificial bakery aromas throughout the store. According to data from the Scent Marketing Institute, when artificial bread scent was pumped into a grocery store, bakery sales tripled. Those freshly baked cookies and muffins carry gross profit margins of nearly 60%. Hand over $4 for a muffin, and the store pockets about $2.40 of that. The only reason they get away with it is because your sense of smell has been hijacked before you realize what's happening. Check the day-old bakery section where the same items are marked down 50%, or grab a $2 baking mix that makes the same quantity as a $12 bakery tray. Psychological warfare on your wallet only works when you don't know it's happening. Now you know. Number 13. Individual yogurt cups. The portion penalty. Individual yogurt cups routinely cost 2 to 5 times more than buying the same product in a larger container, paying nearly $15 per pound for yogurt that costs $4.50 per pound in a large tub. If you eat 1 cup per day, you're spending roughly $300 more every year for the privilege of having someone else portion your dairy. Large containers also sell faster and don't sit on shelves as long, meaning the yogurt inside is genuinely fresher than individual cups that linger in the cold section for weeks. Buy the large tub, grab a few small glass jars, portion it yourself, and put $300 back in your pocket every single year. Number 12. Bottled smoothies. The pasteurized sugar water. Those beautiful, colorful bottles of cold-pressed juice and pre-made smoothies running $5 to $12 each are pasteurized at high heat to extend shelf life, a process that destroys a significant portion of the vitamins and antioxidants that are supposed to be the entire point of buying them. A 12-ounce bottle of a popular green smoothie brand contains 28 grams of sugar, more than most candy bars, just in a bottle that says detox on the label. You're paying $10 for expensive-looking sugar water with a health halo. The label does all the heavy lifting while the actual nutrition is long gone. The cold-pressed label sounds premium and scientific, but in most commercial versions, the pressing still generates enough heat during processing to degrade a meaningful portion of the nutrients they're advertising on the front. Number 11. Organic everything. The blind premium. The organic food industry is worth over $52 billion, and shoppers pay about 20% more just for a green label. Most people buying organic have no idea when it actually matters and when they're just lighting cash on fire. The environmental working group's Dirty Dozen identifies produce with high pesticide residue where organic genuinely matters, while their Clean 15 shows items like avocados and sweet corn where less than 2% of conventional samples showed any pesticides at all. People are paying a premium for organic avocados when conventional versions are virtually pesticide-free. That's money spent for absolutely zero additional health benefit. 4 of the 5 most frequently detected chemicals on high-risk produce are fungicides applied after harvest purely for cosmetic reasons, not even helping the plant grow, just making it look prettier on the shelf. Buy organic only for the Dirty Dozen where the science supports it. Buy conventional for the Clean 15 and cut your organic grocery bill in half without sacrificing any meaningful health benefit. Number 10. Name brand spices. The 1000% markup. A tiny bottle of name brand oregano at a regular grocery store costs $3.49. The same amount of oregano at a nearby ethnic grocery store costs 37 cents. Close to 1000% price difference for the exact same spice. Those neat little bottles lining grocery store shelves have usually been sitting there for months, sometimes years, meaning flavor and potency are long gone by the time you buy them. You're essentially buying tinted dust in a glass jar. Ethnic markets move inventory so fast that their spices were imported weeks ago, not years ago, giving you a fresher and dramatically cheaper product. Find your nearest ethnic market. Buy whole spices whenever possible. That $3.49 bottle's worth of money buys you enough oregano to last an entire year. Number 9. Single-use coffee pods. The microplastic injection. A box of 24 single-use coffee pods runs about $14 to $16, which works out to 65 cents per cup, the equivalent of $60 to $70 per pound of coffee. The same brand in a standard bag costs $12 per pound. You're paying over 5 times more per cup just to use a small plastic pod. A 2023 study found that standard pods release billions of microplastic particles directly into your coffee because hot pressurized water flows through a plastic container. The environmental impact doesn't help either. Billions of these pods end up in landfills every year because the multi-material construction makes them nearly impossible to recycle properly. The coffee inside most pods is a lower grade blend specifically chosen because the pod format makes quality differences harder to detect. Buy a standard drip coffee maker or French press. Use whole bean or ground coffee and save hundreds of dollars every year while drinking coffee that actually tastes better. Number 8. Pre-marinated meat. The expiration disguise. That pre-marinated chicken breast carries a markup up to 60% compared to plain chicken. $4.99 per pound becomes $7.99 per pound because someone poured sauce on it. Many of those marinades contain over 800 milligrams of sodium per serving, more than a third of your entire daily recommended limit. Former meat department managers have openly admitted that pre-marinated options are frequently used to move cuts approaching their sell-by date, with heavy seasoning and bright artificial colors masking changes that plain packaging cannot hide. You're paying a premium for a product specifically designed to make inferior meat look and taste better than it actually is. Making your own marinade takes 5 minutes. Olive oil, garlic, soy sauce, a touch of honey. Bag it. Done. You just saved $3 and slashed your sodium intake simultaneously. That's not a convenience fee, that's an I didn't think about it fee. Number 7. Superfood products, the FDA unapproved term. The FDA has never approved the term superfood. It's not a scientific classification, it's not regulated, and any company can put it on any product and charge whatever they want. That 8-ounce bag of organic goji berries costs $25 per pound, while regular blueberries with comparable antioxidant levels in virtually every published study cost $4 per pound. Goji berries have been used in traditional Chinese diets for centuries. In China, they're just berries you buy cheaply at any local market. The moment they cross the Pacific and get a boutique label, they become a $25 per pound ancient superfood. Over the past 4 years, usage of the word superfood in marketing has jumped by more than 300%. Not because these foods got healthier, but because marketing budgets went into overdrive. Stop buying Instagram packaging and start buying everyday fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains whose nutritional value was established by science decades before anyone invented a trendy label. Number 6. Store brand versus name brand pasta and rice. The identical ingredients. Name brand pasta in a 1-pound box runs $3 to $4, while the store brand version of the exact same product costs under $1 because both are made from identical ingredients: semolina wheat, water, and nothing else. The only real difference between the name brand and the store brand is the packaging and the massive advertising budget you're directly funding every time you choose the more expensive option. The same principle applies to rice. A bag of name brand long grain white rice can run $6 to $8, while the store brand version with identical grain, identical nutrition, and identical cook time costs $2 to $3. Walk into any grocery store and you'll find this exact same pricing gap repeated across pasta, rice, canned beans, oats, flour, and virtually every pantry staple on the shelf. Switch every pantry staple in your kitchen to store brand equivalents, and the average household saves over $400 per year from that single change alone. Number 5. Energy drinks and fancy coffee. The 5,000% markup. One energy drink at $3.50 plus one specialty coffee at $5 equals $8.50 gone before 9 in the morning. Do that 3 times a week and you're spending over $1,300 per year on beverages alone. A 40-ounce container of ground coffee costs about $10 and makes roughly 100 cups, meaning you're paying a 5,000% markup for a coffee shop cup when you factor in the price difference. The $22 billion energy drink industry has rebranded itself as a wellness category, putting phrases like natural caffeine and added vitamins on labels while delivering more sugar than a candy bar. Research consistently links high sugar beverages to weight gain, increased risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and gout. You're not just overpaying, you're paying top dollar to actively damage your health. Cold brew at home takes 5 minutes. Coffee grounds, cold water, sit overnight, done. Coffee concentrate that lasts a week for under $2. Number 4, pre-made salad kits, the wilted lettuce scam. You're paying $6 to $8 for one of these bags. What's inside? A modest pile of slightly wilted lettuce, a small packet of dressing packed with sugar, a dusting of cheese, and maybe 3 or 4 croutons if you're lucky. When you break it down, these kits can cost 3 times more than buying the same ingredients separately. The base is almost always the cheapest lettuce available, typically iceberg, which offers about as much nutritional value as lightly moistened paper. That tiny sprinkle of shredded cheese wouldn't satisfy a mouse trying to cut calories. Those premium toppings highlighted on the front of the bag. You might need a magnifying glass to locate them once you pour everything out. Most of these kits contain less than 3 ounces of actual vegetables, yet they're marketed as if they qualify as a full meal. Meanwhile, the dressing packet alone can contain more calories than the greens themselves, often delivering 10 to 12 grams of sugar in just a few squeezes. Number 3, bagged salad mixes, the chlorine wash. Those pricey little bags of pre-cut greens come with more than just a steep markup. Those triple washed leaves are typically rinsed in chlorine-based or other chemical solutions before they ever hit the shelf. The label proudly says ready to eat, but a more honest version might read best enjoyed before it turns slimy in 3 days. A whole head of lettuce usually runs about $2 and can stay fresh for more than a week if stored properly. Meanwhile, that small bag of chopped greens often costs nearly double and starts wilting before you've even made it through half of it. The lifespan of those mixes is impressively short. Blink and they're browning. Then there's the packaging. All that plastic waste just to save yourself 30 seconds at the sink. It's convenience at the cost of both your wallet and the environment. By the time you unload your groceries at home, those fragile leaves are already on their way to becoming a soggy brown mess in the crisper drawer. Number 2, sugary cereals, the breakfast dessert. Those bright cereal boxes covered in cartoon mascots are designed to grab your attention instantly. A lot of popular name brand cereals are made up of 40 to 50% sugar by weight. That's not a wholesome breakfast. That's dessert dressed up in the costume of health food. Take a look at the ingredient list sometime. More often than not, sugar shows up before any type of grain. What's even more frustrating is the marketing spin. These boxes are covered in phrases like whole grain and fortified with essential vitamins, carefully placed to distract you from the fact that you're basically eating candy for breakfast. Then comes the inevitable crash. By mid-morning, your blood sugar drops fast, and suddenly you're starving again. That's no accident. The sooner you're hungry, the sooner you reach for another bowl. Store-brand versions often contain nearly identical ingredients, but cost $2 to $3 less per box. Flavor-wise, most people can barely tell the difference. The real distinction is that you're no longer paying extra for a cartoon tiger or cheerful bird to convince you it's a smart choice. Number 1, bottled water, the 250,000 plastic particles. A groundbreaking study from Columbia University and Rutgers found that the average liter of bottled water contains roughly 240,000 microscopic plastic particles, 250,000 pieces of plastic floating in every single bottle you drink. These plastic particles now show up in human lungs, breast milk, and placental tissue. We're essentially feeding plastic to unborn babies before they take their first breath. That $2 bottle cost the manufacturer about 5 cents to produce. A 4,000% markup for water that in many cases is just filtered tap water with a bonus serving of plastic contamination on top. Spend $30 on a decent water filter. Grab a stainless steel bottle and stop paying a 4,000% markup to slowly poison yourself. 20 grocery items. Each one relies on convenience marketing, psychological manipulation, or label deception to charge premiums that don't reflect actual value. Stop paying for packaging. Stop paying for marketing. Stop paying for trendy labels. Start reading ingredient lists. Start comparing prices per ounce. Your grocery budget will thank you.